guys, I'm Lino of TKO. We're back again with Crew Culinary and we're at full commission today. So we're gonna do things a little bit different today. We're gonna review some ramens and then we're gonna make a ramen at the very end. But the great thing about ramen is it takes about 3 or 4 minutes before they're ready. So I figured while we're waiting, we should drink a bunch of soju. I've never actually had this brand of soju. I just kind of like it because there's like a little bullfrog on it. Cheers, cheers. All right. Oh, you remember to turn away. So let's start with, I guess, the OG ramen. This is the original ramen. This is it. #1 instant noodles in Japan. This is probably my least favorite ramen. It's a funny thing, because like, if I ever have my own restaurant, I want to have a special called the Backpack, BACK, as in broke ass college kid, and serve instant ramen with like a slice of cheese and hot dog. I'm like, give me $3 for this. All right, I guess we should get started. Dehydrated shrimp and what looks like some kind of meatball and egg. Let's get our water and we'll get this started. OG ramen with dehydrated shrimp and what looks like a meatball. It's so salty. It says no added MSG, but I swear to God, there's gotta be MSG in this thing. I really don't wanna eat this, but I should probably this dehydrated piece of shrimp. Oh God, I don't know what this is. It looks like a meatball or ground something, but I feel like I just ate a booger. Wow, this is so bad. All right, we're good with this one.
Moving on.
Yeah. This is Jinro, and it says the world's #1 selling spirit brand. But yeah, let's drink some. It's like pretty naturally sweet. It's great. I think I'll have a little bit more. I'm really hungover, so this is helping a lot. Round 2 is kimchi butter stir-fried noodle made with real kimchi and gochujang butter sauce. It smells like kimchi. It smells great. It's actually pretty good. It tastes like kimchi stew, but I think it's pretty cool that I gave it with actual real kimchi because like you can taste it. It's not like crazy spicy, but it's pretty flavorful. The noodles, the texture is good. It's like chewy and bouncy. Good job, Jonga. I don't know if I can say that, but it's pretty good. So the next soju we're gonna do is called Hanjan, and it's the sensible choice, Hanjan. But this is peach flavor, which is very appropriate since we're in Georgia. It's just gonna get worse and worse from here, guys. Cheers, Budae. All right. This is spaghetti. It's probably one of my favorite things. Sounds like spaghetti. It's typically, it's not like a brothy ramen. It's more like a really saucy. It's actually like a Korean Chinese hybrid dish. I think Korean people like got it from like, you know, black bean sauce, but we perfected it. Salty, but like in a really good like umami way. It's just a great dish. If you can get this in a restaurant, it's even better, but like instant ramen versions does a pretty good job too. But I remember my mom telling me, like, don't ever eat this on a first date because you just get black sauce all over your face. All right, so this next one, Soon Hari. It's a yogurt flavor. I don't know if you guys had a Korean yogurt before, but this is like the Asian yogurt. It's not like the typical American style where it's like, you know, mix it up.
Yeah, you poured you a fat one. Love it.
So sweet.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It tastes like my childhood. Have you guys had this before? This yogurt?
Yeah.
What's f***ed up is like you have this as a kid, and then you grow up, and then they have this flavor. All right, guys, we're back. I guess you pronounce it neo-guri, but it's a spicy seafood flavor, so let's try it. I've had this before. I love it. It's so good. It's very spicy, just packed with umami. And the best part is, it comes with these little like raccoon face fish cakes. It's so good. It tastes like seafood. If you add these together, if you've ever seen the movie Parasite, it's a Korean movie, won the Oscars. If you haven't, you should go watch it, it's amazing. They make a dish where they combine these two and make this own dish called japaguri, which this company actually now makes that because of that movie. Add some steak and it's literally like you're eating that same dish from the movies. Chummy cool, and there's a little bird on it. That's why I bought this, because of marketing. Like, look how cool this bird is. Watch this be the worst one. It's not bad. I don't know why they call it chummy, but even this, like, if I was a kid, I'd be like, I want to drink this and hang out with this bird. The fucking worst one. This is called buldak, 2 times spice. So buldak literally translates to fire chicken, and the logo is this really angry chicken. that's on fire. But we kind of f***ed it up because we didn't follow the instructions, and I've already had like a lot of soju, so it should be a lot saucier, but we forgot to drain it. But I'm gonna eat it anyways. I don't wanna eat this. I've had it before. It just tastes like burning and pain, and your butthole is gonna hurt so much. All right. Yeah, all right, I'm good. All right, Sierra, you're up. This is terrible. It's literally dyeing the chopsticks like bright nuclear red.
I'm only gonna do one bite because I've suffered through this shit before.
Oh
my god. I think it was a bad idea to slurp it.
Come back.
Come back.
This is my least favorite one, even though it's OG. I mean, I appreciate the research and history of this. Like, without this, none of this could have existed. But we've come a long way and progressed and just made it so much better. I didn't really taste the butter in this. It was all right. I just wish they relabel it, just like kimchi stew ramen. Love this one. Love this one. I have a love-hate relationship with this one. It's so spicy, and it's really abusive relationship. But these two are great. Stick with this. Go with these two. We're not done yet. We had to go inside the kitchen and cook some food, so I'll do my best to do that without burning or cutting myself. Cheers. Hey guys, so we're back in the kitchen. It's time for me to cook some ramen. We've tasted a lot of ramen, a lot of soju, so I'm gonna make you one of my favorite dishes. It's a traditional dish in Korea called Budae Jjigae, which translates to army stew. Real quick history about this dish is when the Korean War happened, we got divided the North and the South, but the South was supported by the American troops. So with them came a bunch of American ingredients that Korean people had no idea what to do with it, because we're ravaged, we're starving, so we have to make something to feed our people. And with that came army stew. What they brought over was canned meats, baked beans, and cheese. They just throw everything in pots with the broth and all these other things, and it just stuck around. So we're gonna make that today. And it's really easy to make. Putting things in a pot, you're gonna boil it, and that's it. So we're gonna add some kimchi, that's definitely Korean. And this is just a loose base guideline. You can add anything you want to this. And some mushrooms, some tofu. We're gonna add some bok choy, some veg. I never measure anything out, you just throw it in there, because that's just how I grew up. A bunch of garlic, and then we'll add some onions. And then what I like to do is I add some rice cakes just for some extra starch. If you have them available, add some bean sprouts. And then our baked beans. Spam is so magical. I don't know what it is, but it's just great. I think it's very underutilized and underappreciated. And the Americans also brought over hot dogs. It sounds like a garbage plate. It kind of is, but it's so f***ing good. And it's so cheap. So it's like, again, it came from just starvation and poverty. How do we feed the masses? You can feed your family with this if you had $15 less than. And then, if you have some at home, just to bulk it up even more, you just add some frozen dumpling. This is my favorite brand of ramen. This is probably the most popular brand, Shin Ramen. We're not gonna add the noodles yet. We're gonna get this to a boil, and then when it's nice and boiling and all the veg is cooked and the dumplings are cooked, then we'll add the noodles, because you don't want to overcook the noodles. And then this is gochugaru. It's a Korean chili flake. This is dashida, which is beef stock seasoning. It's basically MSG. Then we have gochujang, which is Korean chili paste. I like to add a little bit of sesame oil because sesame oil is just delicious. At the very end, when this is boiling and it's nice and sexy, we'll add the cheese on top just to melt it. I don't know how or why it started in Korea, why people started throwing cheese on top of things, but it just makes everything so much better. Over here's my stock. I made a basic dashi with just some bonito flakes and kombu, some onions, scallion ends, and garlic and ginger. We're gonna add some stock, we're gonna get it boiling, and then we're ready to go. All right, so it's boiling. It looks pretty sexy. So my vegetables are cooked, my dumplings are cooking, so we're gonna add the noodles now. And then we're still gonna follow the instructions. It says 4 to 5 minutes, so we're gonna just do this for 4 minutes. This is how famous this dish is. There's now an instant ramen version of this. They call it K-Army stew. Got a nice little army camouflage. And now, but they specify with chili beans. If you can't make this, you can still buy this and make it at your house. I like to add eggs and cheese to mine. And this is just me personally. I try to add my eggs 2 minutes before it's done, so it's not fully cooked. I still want that really sexy yolk, so we're gonna add some eggs. This dish Literally has everything. Like, there's vegetables, there's starch, there's protein, now there's dairy, now there's cheese. And then, of course, no Asian dish is complete without scallions. You can help yourself to the amount of broth that you want. And all of this still is just drink more soju, guys. Just drink. Oh my god. Spicy, salty, the beans from the brown sugar makes it sweet. And they have this melted cheese on top. This is the perfect like drunken food, hanging out with your friends, like patio days, like cold winter night. Like it's just so good. It's just so good. So that was us tasting ramen, instant ramens, and then us making Budae Jjigae, army stew. Thanks to all my friends who came out and eat. Thank you to Full Commission for letting us use our beautiful space. Thank you to Crude Culinary. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow Crude Culinary on Instagram and on YouTube, and check us out for updates and future videos. I had so much fun. In the meantime, cheers, kombe, and we'll see you around.